Hey, Zane Griggs here. So I'd like to talk to you about what you can do to prepare for those first few weeks when you're starting a low-carb diet and get through to make sure you stay on track. But there's going to be, those first couple of weeks are an adjustment period. And so there might be some times when you hit a little bit of like a low energy, maybe mid-afternoon or so, where you feel like your energy's bogging. Maybe your body's just not adjusted to the your fat, to burning fat yet. Okay, and it's just into pulling from your fat stores to get through your day. And maybe you're in a stressful situation and it kind of comes on and you're like, I need something now, to kind of relieve that stress. That might be a little different, but I think you could still do the same thing. But those and that can happen at any point in the diet where you just feel stressed. You're like, I need carbs, and you want to go find something that's going to be less starchy. But those first few weeks, you're going to have the same trigger because you're going to be low energy, and the reflex that you, especially since old habits, is to go for something that's very starchy. So something that's going to give you the quickest amount of energy, quickest, easiest digested energy you can get, like chips, crackers, bread, anything sugary. And you want to avoid that. You want to have something in place, some snacks in place. They're going to help you get through that time period. And you can pretty much plan on some of that happening for the first few weeks until your body adjusts, because really you're shifting your metabolic fuel system. You're shifting away from carbs and towards fat. Fat in your diet and fat in your body. So you want to get that shifted over, and that does take some time. And so you're going to have to prepare, be intentional basically about having the foods around that you need to stay on track with that, but give you just a little bit extra, a little bit something to get through that eventually you may not need. Okay, eventually your body will be able to cruise on body fat, but right now you need a little bit extra carb, but hopefully something more slow digesting and smaller amounts. Okay, not diving into the chip bag or seeing what's in the freezer. We don't want to do that, right? No grabbing the cookies. No cookie jar. No cookie jar snacking. So here's what you want to do. Make sure you have on hand something that's going to be a little slower digesting, but it's going to give you a little bit of energy, like almonds or unsweet peanut butter, which you could put on an apple. Okay, so low glycemic fruit is a possibility, like citrus. So some oranges are those little what do they call them? Cutie things, those little tangerines, basically. Grapefruit, like I said that. Berries are great, and if you have berries with some heavy cream, whip up some heavy cream, no sugar added. Okay, have that. It's a great sweet treat or a great dessert at night. If you're feeling kind of peckish late at night. Berries, which are very low glycemic with some heavy cream, so that's fat, very satisfying. You could try some cheese sticks, throw in some carrot sticks, cheese sticks, something crunchy if you feel like you need that crunch, but nuts are great for that. Almonds, macadamia nuts, very high in fat, very low in carb. Sometimes just a spoonful of the unsweet peanut butter is enough too to get you through. So you just need something to get you kind of over that hump. What we don't want to do is go for, like grapes or pineapple that are super sweet and going to throw you into the kind of the insulin, roller coaster, or like I said before, worse, the cookie jar, the chip bag, the crackers, the starchy stuff that's going to be, putting you there. Even the oatmeals, just stay away from that kind of grainy, starchy stuff, and go for something that's a little more fibrous, or more on the fat side, like the unsweetened peanut butter. That's going to give you fat to burn and a little bit of carb, a little bit, more than say, vegetables and protein do. But if you go get a little protein there as well, that's fine. But that bog period, you need a little bit of carb. Just plan ahead. Make sure you have something that's gonna, like I said, not gonna spike your insulin, not gonna make your blood sugar go through the roof, and set you back in your efforts to switch your fuel system over. Okay, stick to something that's primarily fat, a little bit of protein, and a small amount of carb that's attached to fiber, like in a fruit or a nut. Okay, so you got the fiber, and the carb attached, and it has to break that down before it can get to that sugar, which really slows things down. Bread is not like that. Bread has already been broken down. It's processed. Chips are processed. Okay, crackers, all processed food. They can say whole wheat on them all they want. It's been processed, so it's been broken down, and that fiber is disintegrated. It basically turns into glucose as soon as it hits your bloodstream. So, no bueno. That's not good. So go for the fiber. Hey, if you found things I'd love to hear them. Whatever if you've been through this, you've been through that first few weeks and you kind of got that, they call it the carb flu, but basically you hit that bog and you had a little something special that kept you in line, kept you burning fat, maybe even a little bump, just enough to get through that tough period. What was it? Comment below. Let me know what you found was the most helpful for you. Almonds, unsweet peanut butter, cheese sticks, whatever it was. Let me know. Maybe there's something I didn't mention and somebody else can benefit from. And if you do know someone that could benefit from this, please feel free to share with them. Sharing is caring, right? But really, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. Comment below what helped you, and we'll all benefit from that. So, talk to you later.